Hey guys, Stephen Cox here, and today we're going to learn how to play All Blues by Miles Davis as a solo arrangement on the U-Bass. If you like videos like these, please subscribe below, and the tabs are free for this one on Patreon, so go to patreon.com/StephenCoxBass for the tabs, and become a member if you would like to request a song. So first, we're just going to start out with the normal bass line, and it's going to start on the 3rd fret on the E string, and it's going to sound like this. So all we're playing there is the 3rd fret on the E string, then the open D string, then the 2nd fret on the D string, back to the open D string, then the 3rd fret on the D string, the open D string, the 2nd fret on the D string, and then the open D string again. So let's play that together real quick. That's the first 2 measures. This song is in 3/4 time, so I'm only going to count to 3 and then we'll come in. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so now we're going to do the same thing, but we're adding in the harmony that the horn players provide. So this is going to sound like this. So what we're going to do is the 3rd fret on the E string and the 4th fret on the G string, and I pluck the E string with my thumb and the G string with my middle finger. Then I play the open D string. Then now we're going to do the 2nd fret on the D string with the 5th fret on the G string. So I'm plucking the D string and the G string at the same time with my pointer and middle finger. Then we're going to play the open D string. Now this one's a little bit of a stretch. We're going to go from the 3rd fret on the D string all the way to the 7th fret on the G string. So I'm using my pointer finger and my pinky to get that stretch. Same thing, we're just going to play the D string and the G string with the right hand at the same time. Then back to the open D string. And then we repeat those 2 measures, which are measures 3 and 4. So let's play that together. 1, 2, 3. Repeat. And now we're getting into the melody of the song. So at measure 5, we're going to start with a chord. We're playing the 3rd fret on the E string, and I like to use my middle finger. And then we're going to play the 4th fret on the G string, and I like to use my pinky for that. Sometimes I push down with both my ring finger and my pinky just for extra support, although on the U-Bass it's not as necessary as on the upright bass. We're basically just playing that chord and then the bass line from the beginning. So after we play the 3rd fret on the E string and the 4th fret on the G string, the rest of measure 5 is the same as the rest of measure 1, and then measure 6 is exactly like measure 2. So we don't really need to go over those. Then in measure 7, we're going to be playing the 3rd fret on the E string and the 4th fret on the G string at the same time. But then this time, our pinky is going to slide to the 5th fret and then back down to the 4th fret afterward. Pluck, slide up, slide down. 3 and 4, slide to 5, slide back down. That's just our pinky that's doing that slide. And then the rest of it is just like our normal bass line, which means it's the same as measures 1 and 2, starting from the and after beat 2. Then measures 9 and 10 is exactly like measures 7 and 8, and then measures 11 and 12 is exactly like measures 5 and 6. So let's play those 8 measures together. 1, 2, 3. So that leads us up to measure 13. Measures 13 through 16 are probably the hardest measures in the song. They sound like this. So at measure 13, we're going to be playing the 3rd fret on the E string with our middle finger and the 2nd fret on the G string, and I like to use my pointer finger for that one. We're playing those 2 at the same time. Then we play the open D string. Now we're going to play the 2nd fret on the D string with the 3rd fret on the G string at the same time. Then back to the open D string. Now we do a little power chord. We're going to be playing the 3rd fret on the D string with the 5th fret on the G string. Then we're going to play the open D string. Now we're going to jump up to the 7th fret And our ring finger is going to get the 7th fret on the G string, and our middle finger is going to get the 7th fret on the A string. And I like using my thumb and my middle finger on my plucking hand to pluck those 2 notes. And after we play those 2 7th fret notes, we're going to play the open D string again. Then now we're going to go to the 3rd fret on the E string, and I'm using my pointer finger this time, and stretching my ring finger, you could also use your pinky, to play the 5th fret on the G string at the same time. Then after that, we play the open D string. Then we're going to play the 2nd fret on the D string with the 3rd fret on the G string, like we did before, in measure 13. Then we're going to play the open D string. Then we're going to swap those 2 fingers. We're going to play the 3rd fret on the D string with the 2nd fret on the G string. Then we're going to play the open D string, the 2nd fret on the D string, and the open D string again. And it's raining outside. I hope you can hear me over the rain. Let's go ahead and play measures 13 through 16 together. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so now we're on measure 17. For measure 17, we're going to play the 3rd fret on the E string and the 4th fret on the G string. And then we're going to play that bass line that we're used to from the first couple measures. So that's identical to measures 1 and 2, except the first note is a chord instead of just the single note. So then at measure 19, we're going to play the 3rd fret on the E string with the open G string. And then we're going to play the open D string, the 2nd fret on the D string, the open D string, then the 3rd fret on the D string, then the open D string, then the 2nd fret on the D string, and here's where it changes a little bit. We're going to play the 1st fret on the G string. So let's do measures 17 through 20 together. 1, 2, 3. So here's measures 21 through 24. So we're going to start this with a power chord. We're playing the open D string with the 2nd fret on the G string together. Then we're going to play the open D string, the open A string, and the open D string again. Then we're going to play the 1st fret on the D string and the 3rd fret on the G string, so another power chord. Then we're going to play the 1st fret on the A string, then back to the 1st fret on the D string, and then I usually hold that 3rd fret out while I'm doing all that. And I keep holding it out for the next measure, even though it doesn't say to on the chart. We're going to play the open D string, then the open A string, and back to the open D string. So let's play those measures together. That's 21 through 24. 1, 2, 3. And now we're at measure 25 through 29. This is what that sounds like. So we're going to play the 3rd fret on the E string with the 2nd fret on the G string at the same time. We're going to play the open D string, the 2nd fret, and back to the open D string. All that was on the D string. Then we're going to play the 3rd fret on the D string with the 4th fret on the G string. Then we're going to play open, 2, and open, all on the D string again. Then we're going to play the 3rd fret on the E string with the 2nd fret on the G string, yet again. Then O, 2, O on the D string. Now we're going to play the 3rd fret on the D string with the open G string. Then that same 0, 2, 0 on the D string. And then we're going to play the 3rd fret on the E string at the very end. And I like to gradually slow down on the last open to open on the D string, just for a little bit of effect. So let's play measures 25 through 29. 1, 2, 3. Alright guys, that's it for today's lesson. I hope you've enjoyed learning all blues on the U-bass. If you like videos like these, please subscribe below for more. I'll have another one coming at you next Tuesday. And for the tabs, please visit my Patreon. They're free for this lesson, and some of the other ones you have to become a patron. All right, guys, I'll see you next time.